Have you ever wondered why you wake up every morning with a throat full of mucus, needing to clear it or cough constantly, even when you are not sick or have a sore throat? According to the National Institute on Aging, more than 6 out of 10 people over the age of 60 regularly experience morning coughing with mucus. This is not only uncomfortable but also affects your mood, communication, and overall quality of life each day. Many people silently endure it, thinking it is just a normal part of aging, but that is not entirely true. Persistent coughing with mucus is actually your body's way of responding to something quietly happening inside. And if you understand the cause, you can absolutely improve this condition in a natural and gentle way, without the need for medication. In today's article, I will share with you the common reasons why older adults cough up mucus every morning and the simple steps you can take to reduce it starting tomorrow. If you are over 60, please read this entire article. It might change the way you care for your health every single day. Which country are you reading from? Feel free to leave a comment below. Cause number 1: mucus from post-nasal drip, aging sinuses. Do you remember those mornings when you wake up feeling like something is stuck in your throat, needing to gently clear it once or twice before you can sit down and enjoy your coffee? For many older adults, this is a familiar experience. The thing that makes your throat feel moist and uncomfortable each morning is not coming from your lungs or stomach, as you might think. It actually begins with your sinus system, which is quietly aging over time. When you were younger, your nasal passages were full of tiny little hairs called cilia. These hairs worked like tiny brooms, constantly sweeping away bacteria, dust, and mucus. But as you age, the cells in the nasal lining become drier, the cilia slow down, and mucus is no longer cleared out as effectively as before. Instead, it starts to build up. Then during the night, that mucus slowly drains down the back of your throat without you even noticing. When you wake up, you feel phlegm, you cough lightly, clear your throat, or simply feel like something is still lingering there. This is called post-nasal drip. The important thing to know is that this mucus is not the same as what you get from a cold. It does not go away after a few days. It can last for months or even years if you do not recognize it and take steps to manage it. Many people do not know this. They think it is just a part of aging and learn to live with it as something unavoidable. But in reality, your body is quietly reacting to the environment around you. When the weather gets cold, when you use a heater often, or when your bedroom lacks humidity, your nasal lining becomes even drier, causing more mucus to drain. Some people even make it worse without realizing by overusing nasal sprays or antihistamines. These medicines dry the nose quickly, but also make it harder for mucus to move out. I once met an elderly man named Richard, 74 years old, who had stopped attending his Sunday morning group meetings because he felt embarrassed about the sound of mucus in his throat. He said, "I do not want anyone to hear me coughing all the time. It is really annoying." But just a few weeks after he started using a gentle humidifier in his bedroom and slightly elevated his sleeping position with an extra pillow, his morning mucus issue improved noticeably. No more awkward coughing in the middle of conversations. His quality of life changed thanks to one simple thing: air with just the right humidity and a better sleeping position. You see, not everything requires medication. Sometimes, just small changes in how you live and a careful look at how your body responds can help you improve something that once seemed impossible. So ask yourself, is your bedroom air too dry at night? Does your pillow lift your head gently enough? Do you regularly rinse your nose with saline solution to clean the air passages before bed? These small questions might just be the key to a more comfortable and refreshing morning. Cause number 2: silent acid reflux. If you wake up every morning with mucus stuck in your throat and feel the need to clear it without knowing why, the problem might not be in your lungs or nose as you might think. In reality, many people over the age of 60 experience morning coughing with mucus because of a rarely noticed cause, silent acid reflux. It may sound unusual, but this happens when acid or digestive fluids from the stomach flow back up to the throat during the night without causing the burning sensation that regular reflux usually does. Since it does not cause pain or clear discomfort, most people do not realize it is happening. However, over time, the throat lining responds to constant contact with stomach acid by producing a thick layer of mucus as a form of self-protection. That is why you wake up feeling congested, with a scratchy throat, and need to cough or clear it to feel better. This issue becomes more common in older adults because the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that keeps acid in the stomach, becomes weaker with age. When you lie down to sleep, gravity no longer helps keep the acid down like it does when you are standing or sitting. As a result, reflux happens more easily without you even knowing it. I once met an elderly woman named Teresa, 68 years old, who lived in Missouri. She shared that every morning she had to clear mucus and often had a hoarse voice. She thought it was due to allergies or a cold. She tried everything from changing her toothpaste to switching her bedding, but nothing worked. Finally, when her doctor suggested a simple change, eating dinner earlier and sleeping with her head slightly elevated, she gave it a try. After just 2 weeks, the mucus almost completely disappeared. This is not a rare case. A study by Harvard Medical School showed that silent reflux is one of the most common causes of hoarseness and chronic mucus production in older adults, especially when there is no pain or indigestion. If you often feel a lump in your throat, have trouble swallowing, experience hoarseness, or feel a mild burning in your throat each morning, you should consider silent reflux as a possible cause. The good news is that it can be managed with simple changes. Avoid eating dinner late. Do not go to bed with a full stomach. Limit trigger foods like tomatoes, citrus fruits, chocolate, and fried foods. And consider drinking warm ginger tea or lemon honey water after dinner to soothe the esophagus. Also, using a pillow that raises your head about 6 to 8 inches can help prevent acid from rising while you sleep. What matters most is paying attention to your body and noticing the small signs. Because sometimes, the reason you are clearing your throat every morning is not in your throat at all. It starts in your stomach. And fortunately, with just a few daily habit changes, you can help your body feel more comfortable and begin each new day more easily. Cause number 3, dry air. You may not realize it, but dry air inside your home is one of the silent reasons why many older adults wake up coughing and clearing mucus each morning. Mucus is not always a sign of illness. Sometimes it is your body's natural response to the environment, producing more mucus to protect itself. After the age of 60, the lining of the nose and the throat becomes thinner, produces less moisture, and is more prone to dryness. If you live in a space with air conditioning running constantly in the summer or heating systems on during the winter, the humidity in the air drops significantly. When this happens, your throat and nasal passages begin to dry out, prompting your body to create extra mucus to stay moist. As a result, you wake up with a dry, sticky throat and feel the need to clear out uncomfortable mucus. What makes this more challenging is that you cannot easily see or feel the dryness in the air. You might sleep well, but still wake up with an itchy throat, hoarse voice, and need to cough several times to feel better. This is a common issue for older adults, especially those who sleep in closed rooms with air conditioning or fans running all night. I remember the story of Mr. Walter, a 72-year-old man living in a region with cold weather year-round. He always thought he had allergies or mild throat irritation, even after trying different medications and avoiding cold foods. His morning mucus never improved. It was not until his daughter bought him a small humidifier for his bedroom that he noticed a difference. After just 1 week, the amount of mucus was noticeably reduced, and he no longer felt heavy or uncomfortable in the mornings. According to research from Tufts University, when indoor humidity drops below 40%, the risk of dry mucous membranes and excess mucus production increases significantly, especially for older adults or those taking medications that cause dry mouth, such as blood pressure medicine, diuretics, or antihistamines, but you do not need expensive devices to fix this. A small bowl of water placed near a heater, a few green plants around the house, a glass of warm water before bed, or simply cracking open a window to let air circulate can all help your throat feel more comfortable while you sleep. Take a moment to look around your bedroom. Is it too tightly closed? Do you drink water in the evening? Have you added anything to help increase moisture in the room? Just a few small adjustments can help soothe your throat and make your mornings feel much lighter and more pleasant. Cause number 4, chronic dehydration. One of the most common reasons why older adults feel mucus stuck in their throat every morning is chronic dehydration that often goes unnoticed. After the age of 60, your body no longer sends clear signals of thirst like it used to. You might go an entire day without drinking enough water and still think everything is fine, but in reality, dehydration is one of the main reasons mucus becomes thick, sticky, and harder to clear out, especially after a long night without any fluid intake. When the body is lacking water, the mucus lining in the airways becomes concentrated. Instead of being thin, smooth, and easy to expel, it turns thick and clings to the throat, forcing you to cough repeatedly, yet still feel stuck. Many people mistake this for a sign of lung problems or a sore throat, but in truth, it is your body calling out for water from the inside. This problem is even more common among older adults, especially those taking medications like diuretics, blood pressure medicine, or antihistamines. These drugs often have side effects that include dry mouth, reduced saliva, and mild dehydration, which in turn makes mucus thicker. I once met Mr. Donald, a 75-year-old man living in Arizona, where the climate is very dry. He shared that every morning he felt like his throat was sealed with mucus. It was uncomfortable, and he had to cough and clear his throat for quite a while before feeling better. When asked about his water intake, he said he only drank about 3 glasses a day. After making a simple change, drinking 1 glass of warm water after waking up, 1 glass before bed, and 2 more in the late morning and afternoon, within just 1 week, he felt a big difference in his throat comfort. According to the Journal of McMaster University, even mild but long-term dehydration can increase the thickness of respiratory secretions, especially in older adults, making it harder for the lungs and throat to clean themselves naturally. In addition to plain water, you can also stay hydrated with warm soups, light herbal teas, or juicy fruits like watermelon, pears, oranges, and grapes. You do not need to force yourself to drink a lot of water at once. Instead, try spreading your intake throughout the day and turning it into a regular habit, like drinking water after washing your hands, after meals, or when changing clothes. Another helpful tip is to place water bottles in easy-to-see spots around the house, so drinking water becomes a natural reflex rather than something you have to remember. When your body is well hydrated, mucus becomes thinner, easier to clear, and your throat feels lighter when you wake up. So ask yourself, have you had enough water today? If you are still trying to clear thick mucus every morning, it might be time to listen to what your body is really asking for. Now that you understand the main causes of morning mucus and coughing, You might agree that adjusting a few small habits each day can make a big difference. The most important thing to remember is that you do not need to change everything at once. Just start with one simple action and step by step, rebuild a living and daily routine that suits your aging body. Begin with your sleep. When you elevate your pillow about 6 to 8 inches, stomach acid is less likely to rise, which reduces throat irritation at night and helps you breathe more easily while sleeping. If you have ever felt slight nasal congestion and needed to breathe through your mouth at night, adjusting your sleeping position and adding humidity to your room can help prevent dryness in the throat, which in turn reduces thick mucus in the morning. Also, pay attention to your dinner time. Eating too late or eating too much before bed can overwork your stomach and increase the chance of silent reflux, leading to mild throat inflammation and mucus buildup. A simple rule is to eat dinner before 7 p.m. and avoid acidic foods such as tomatoes, oranges, carbonated drinks, or deep-fried oily foods. For those who often feel mucus in their throat, a warm cup of ginger tea with a few drops of lemon juice and a bit of honey after dinner can be a wonderful companion. Ginger tea soothes the digestive system, while honey has mild antibacterial properties, helping to protect the throat, thin out mucus, and make it easier to clear. In addition, you should get into the habit of rinsing your mouth with warm salt water before bed and after waking up. This helps clear away any mucus buildup and prevents bacteria from growing in your throat overnight. Sometimes, just a simple act like this can make your throat feel much more comfortable. Another helpful idea is to keep a health journal. Write down what you eat, the environment where you sleep, the amount of mucus in the morning, and how you feel throughout the day. After a week, you may begin to notice patterns. Which foods trigger mucus? When do you sleep best? Which tea makes your throat feel smoother, according to the journal from Tufts University? Tracking your body's daily responses can help older adults adjust habits and prevent chronic issues early, not just coughing with mucus. What matters most is not to ignore the small signals. Your body does not change all at once. It whispers before it shouts. And when you learn to listen early, you can manage your health without having to depend on medication. So what will you start with today? A glass of warm water, a slightly higher pillow, or simply opening your window a little to let in fresh air? These small actions can be your first step toward a morning free from mucus discomfort. After the age of 60, waking up each morning with a throat full of mucus, having to cough or clear your throat has become a familiar routine for many people, but through today's video, you have clearly seen that this is not just a matter of getting old, but rather the result of quiet changes happening inside your body and within your living environment. From post-nasal drip caused by aging sinuses, to silent reflux from the stomach, from dry indoor air, to long-term dehydration, all of these are causes that can be adjusted if you truly pay attention and listen to your body. More importantly, you do not have to change everything at once. You only need to start with one small action. Elevate your pillow while sleeping. Drink a warm glass of water after waking up. Place a small bowl of water in your bedroom, or eat dinner a little earlier. These seemingly simple things can bring you a lighter morning, a clearer throat, and a much more comfortable state of mind. Do not let coughing or that choking feeling take away the peaceful moments of your golden years. You deserve to begin each day with ease, lightness, and without the worry of mucus in your throat. If you found today's content helpful, please subscribe to the channel and share this article with a loved one or friend who may be facing the same issue. We will continue sharing simple, friendly, and effective tips on nutrition, herbs, and good daily habits to support your health in later life. What solution are you using to reduce morning mucus? Leave a comment below. I always read every message from our dear viewers. See you in the next article.